All right, number 7, we want to find reference angle. And the book doesn't really explain it very well. So I'm going to give you, I guess, 4 scenarios that mainly you need to look out for to help you find reference angle. So depending on where you are, okay, so this is 0, this is 90 degrees, this is 180 degrees, this is 270, and then all the way back to 360 degrees. If your angle falls in quadrant 1, this is 3, this is 4. I'll just give you a measurement. If your angle is between 0 and 90 degrees, your angle, your reference angle is going to be equal to that. X is the reference angle. I'm just going to say RA. I'm going to abbreviate it. So whatever you get, if it's already less than 90, okay, in between 0 and 90, then that is going to be your reference angle, okay? If you are in quadrant 2, that means over here. So I'm wanting to say if you are between 90 degrees and 180, so if you're over here, then you're going to take 180 degrees and subtract your angle. Okay, that's going to give you your reference angle. And we'll do a few examples. You'll begin to see what we're referring to. So if you're in quadrant 2, if you're in this ballpark right here, so we'll just say quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. Now quadrant 3. So quadrant 3 means you're between 180 and 270. All right, so if you're between 180 degrees and 270, then you're going to do your angle, this time goes first, and then minus 180. And what you need to note, it's always in reference to this horizontal line. So going back will be the closest. Here going forward, so we're doing to 180. Here going back, so we're doing your angle minus 180 to get back to this horizontal. And then that will give you your reference angle, RA. And then if you're in quadrant 4, which means you're between 270 and 360, your reference angle will be 360 minus your angle, and that will give you your reference angle. So these are the 4 cases. Now, if you have something outside of these parameters, then what we need to do is find the coterminal angle. So remember, let's just say, and you'll see that here, if you add multiples of 360 until you fall into one of these categories, add or subtract it. Once you do that, then you can find your reference angle. All right. So for example, this first one gives us negative 150. All right. So that does not fall into one of these. It's a negative angle. So what I want to do is I'm going to add 360 to it. So once we add 360, that gives us 210 degrees. All right, so all of a sudden, now we fall in category 3. So to find my reference angle, I need to do 210 minus 180. and that will give you 30 degrees. Your reference angle is always going to be a measurement that's less than 90 and has to be positive. If it falls on one of these origin, the axis, then it does not have a reference angle. It has to be in between. Okay? That's why we don't have an equal to sign on any of these. So our reference angle is 30. All right, and then we want to know what the tangent of this is. So according to the process, the tangent of the reference angle is equal to the tangent of the angle. So this is what we're saying, tan of negative 150 should be equal to the tan of 30. These should give us the same answers. Now, tangent of 30 we can get from the unit circle, and it says type exact answer, rationalize all, can't see, rationalize all denominators, okay. So let me pull up the unit circle if I can, to go all the way back in, just to show you where this is coming from. So in our course, in the videos folder, we have a Trig cheat sheet. Okay, so tangent right here we want to understand is equal to x or y divided by x. So I need the y coordinate and the x coordinate. This is going to be coming from the unit circle. All right. So here is 30. Here is your x and y. This is x, this is y. Now, whenever you stack these two, the denominators will divide out, and then you'll get your answer. So note this. Let me write it down. Let me go back now. All right. So from the unit circle, this is what we're getting. Over here is 30. This is that 30-degree angle. You had ordered pair square root of 3 over 2 and 1/2. All right. Tangent is y divided by x. So xy goes in that order. So that means 1 over 2 divided by the square root of 2 over 3. Sorry, square root of 3 over 2. Put that backwards. All right. No such thing as dividing by fractions, so you keep the top, change division to multiplication, and flip this. 2 over square root of 3. Since it's multiplication, you can divide top to bottom or top to bottom diagonally, and 2 will divide out, leaving you with 1 over the square root of 3. And you can rationalize this denominator, and that will become square root of 3 over 3. So one thing that you can always do, the bottoms will always divide out, so you can just focus on these numbers, 1 and 3. That's if you have to do tangent or cotangent. So y over x would just be 1 over square root of 3, which is what you get here. And then you just rationalize it from there. That will always happen when you have to stack them. So we're going to say that the square root of 150 is the square root of 3 divided by 3.